तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
We covered 57 last. Anabhisneha. Ashubham evil nor abhinandati. So he who is everywhere without attachment, who having met good or evil, neither rejoices nor hates. His wisdom is established. Now he continues, how does he act in the world? When, like the tortoise, drawing in its limbs on all sides, he withdraws his senses from sense objects, then his wisdom is established. So you must understand here, he is giving us a practical demonstration of how a wise person behaves in a day-to-day life. He doesn't have to be a self-realized person. He's a wise person regardless. Oh, what's the speciality of a tortoise?
He can put all his limbs inside when he sees some danger or trouble, so that anybody will think it's not a living being, it's some stone or something, rock or something like that. Protects himself by with taking them inside.
True. So here he gives this simile, an example, to illustrate how a wise person usually behaves. So the 5 limbs for 6, the 4 limbs, tail and head, right? So when there is a danger, all of them are retreated. Now, he is equating a tortoise to a human being. What are its 5 limbs through which he functions and contacts the world? The 5 senses and the mind. So 5 limbs are the 5 senses and the mind. So 6th one, 6 appendages going out and coming in. So there are 2 types of people. One set of people, in the name of spirituality, do not contact the world. Or that means, not or, that means they are in the frame of mind that the senses are too strong and you cannot indulge in this world. The more you indulge, the deeper you go, which is true, but the idea of how to live a life is not clear to them. So they are under a constant fear or a constant frame of mind to deny. Even while indulging, let's say by force or whatever reason, there is a idea of denial all the time. You have to restrain, you have to restrain.
Guilt
Another,
also it could be.
huh?
Could be guilt also.
Yes, so many things. So the idea is to restrain. नहीं करना है, नहीं करना है, नहीं करना है. Why? Because करेंगे तो भुगतेंगे. Like that. Now you see, when you read a verse like this, you can't literally go and then say one set of people do not indulge. There is no person in the world who does not indulge. You cannot not indulge. That means you die, right? So what does it mean? One set of people do not indulge is a wrong mental framework that you have to deny. Now, another set is very blasé about life, about senses. They just indulge. There's one lifetime. What is this? What are we? एक ही life है तो मजा करो, enjoy करो. Now the result of both these approaches is what? One said do not. They have this mental framework. No, don't indulge, don't indulge. Any indulgence also, they don't want to indulge, but they by force indulging, but don't want to indulge. No, no, no. Another is shallow. Jump into it. What is the result of this approaches in life?
No middle path?
No middle path is not the result. There is another path called middle path. What is the result of this? Indulgence and constant indulgence and constant idea of abstinence.
Then you may give it up one day. Because there are two extremes.
Why would you give it up? A person who is indulging, he is not giving it up. He's indulging more and more. No? At the end of 90 years, he still wants to indulge. Where do you see restraint in that person? Just that body doesn't cooperate. See, the approach to life in these two extremes is this fellow is unhappy throughout life. Now the question is, as Avantika said, what is the middle path? Sir, don't indulge, problem. Sir, indulge, problem. What to do? How to live my life? Like a tortoise, you say. The idea is first you must understand what indulgence will lead to and what suppression will lead to. There is no clear understanding of that. Hence, you will not find a person in the middle path. You may see so many people who do not indulge, or so many people who indulge. Indulge तो देखते रहते हैं. You also see many people who do not indulge. मैं करेला go to Varanasi and then I leave Karela. I have given up this. On Mondays and Saturdays, I will not eat meat. This is all मन में है, पर शरीर से नहीं हो रहा है. That is the issue. So there is a constant dissatisfaction in life.
Strain, you mean?
Strain, no, full strain. Strain is, I don't know which one. I will never suggest somebody to, chalo, indulge karo. The strain is too much. That is also full of strain. I'll not say don't indulge. That's also full of strain. What does a person do? So you got to move very carefully like a tortoise. Now, this is the middle path which is not a syntax on how to act. You must see you would think, like a tortoise. Whenever there is something, I need to come back. Whenever it is safe, I need to go. It's not how to act. It's what you understand from this. How you will act, it's your prerogative. You have the intellect, you will do it. But you must understand how does a tortoise behave. It is slow, it is steady, and it is alert. It spread its limbs outside and experiences the world freely, not in a constant fear ki kab nikal jo andar. See, when the danger arrives, it goes inside. See, every little thing the tortoise doesn't, go inside. You go and touch a tortoise, it will just slip. It will not go. When it senses a danger, it goes inside. You must have seen it in the zoos and all, they come, you can pet the tortoise also. Big, big tortoises. Slow, steady movements in life. Careful, managed. And there is an awareness of danger all the time, but it's not scared all the time. It's not like a fox or a lizard, or a chicken. All this time they're scared. Tortoise is not scared. But when danger arrives, it goes inside. So he keeps moving in life with a steady pace. Any imminent danger, it withdraws. It doesn't say, oh, danger, I'll take care of it. That ego is not there. I will control the senses. I will indulge and then beat the world, beat the senses. Many people have done this. They are alcoholic. They want to stop it. They drink so much. They get this Vijigupsa. Like Vijigupsa is like a Sanskrit word of like detest. The smell is sight of it. And they say, I've left it. I'm done with this. 3 months later, he starts drinking again. 6 months. But he will drink. So you can't by indulgence get rid of it. Neither can you, oh, no, I will not buy any bottle. Ever. You take that New Year stance. And within 3 months, your friend comes, Are yaar, mera birthday na thoda to. Birthday social, I'm telling you. I'm not asking you to drink. मैं दोस्त के लिए नहीं कर सकता. Just half, not even one. Half. What? Half bottle नहीं, half a peg. It's like, अच्छा ठीक है, खत्म. So he understands the world and its sway. He directs the mind. He doesn't subdue the mind. When, like the tortoise, drawing in its limb on all sides, he withdraws his senses from sense objects, then his wisdom is established. See, a wise person knows who to pick up a fight and who not. A fool doesn't know. Wise person never picks up a fight with one person. Who is that? One person, he'll never pick up a fight. Never. He may pick up the fight with the entire world, but not one person. That one person he will not. Why? Who is that?
Foolish. I mean, foolish means the way you said foolish.
No, whether it's foolish or not, he will not pick up a fight with that person.
Who always thinks he's right.
His wife. Have you ever seen a wise person fight with his wife? If he fights, he is not wise.
विवेक यू आर थोड़ा सा अभी enlightenment में halfway there, ठीक है? बाकी normal people are still on earth only.
Right?
I must ask your wife now.
Saurabh saying it with his own experience.
Right? So this is
So then we can even say a wise person with whom one person he doesn't fight is the husband or the wife.
yes. Correct.
You're saying from your experience.
Yes.
The husband is talking about the wife. The same way it can be reverse also.
But it's hardly a fact though. Just kidding. It's the prerogative of the wife to fight. That's what I've seen and learned. But okay. So there is no ego saying that I'll take care of it. No. He will withdraw. Whatever the world may say. Are ye to darpuk hai. He understands. Are one peg you can't take. नहीं बाबा मुझे मालूम है अरे तू तो क्या बोलते हैं फट्टू 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 है हाँ ठीक है चलेगा that's what he's saying 59
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते
विषया विनिवर्तते senses turn away the sense objects turn away from an abstinent man but not the relish interesting even his relish turns away on seeing the Supreme. Now this is how God functions, how he has designed this nature, how he has designed this world. This universe is designed to support a person who wants to do something about himself. Right? For an abstinent man means he's not, he may be, but it's not physical abstinence. An abstinent man is a person who understands and tries to minimize his indulgences. An abstinent man understands this whole concept, understands that he needs to evolve, and in that he puts in an effort to minimize the sense contact. Abstinence doesn't mean zero contact. It is just not possible. It's not possible. You can't all of a sudden say zero contact and the world will help you. No. There is a intelligent thought behind that sankalpa to abstain. He wants to abstain, right? When he wants to abstain through understanding that this is not good for me, I understand that, and I know what is the power of senses and how the world is, how a wise man functions. I want to abstain here. The moment he takes that sankalpa, the thought, and he starts working on it, the entire nature seems to support him. People who used to come and offer him sensual indulgences do not come anymore. Why don't they come? 100,000 reasons could be there. Something must have happened there, or whatever, some misunderstanding, or we don't know what. But they just don't come anymore. It is interesting. There has to be a sincere effort to gain mastery. Then the world itself doesn't come to you. It looks like how Brahman functions through its natural law. Wherever there is a demand, there is a supply. Swamiji explains this. You go to somebody's house in Mumbai, and in that house, you see this Scotch bottle from Scotland. What are the odds that the Scotch bottle from Scotland has come here? You see that? So that means the bottle has to travel from Scotland, take the sea, go to India, clear the customs, go to a particular shop, from that shop, come to his house. One bottle has traveled all the way for him. You see it like that. From where? That Scotland, some village, right? And somebody packed it in a barrel 12 years ago. That amount of liquid was destined for this fellow. 12 years later. It stayed there for him. You see, all the way, so many years it waited for this fellow and then came to him. Wherever there is demand, there is supply. You see this wherever. There was a demand for a change. Change happens. It happens, but it takes time. It has taken 12 years for him, but it happens. So when you internally don't have demand, in the sense through understanding, the supply won't be there. Supply could be anything: physical, emotional, intellectual, humans or objects. Supply won't be there. Reduce. I won't say won't be there. It will reduce drastically and you'll be like, wow, how is this? When there is a demand to exercise, people around you will start coming, hey, let's do this. अरे अभी तक तो कभी बोला नहीं तो exercise करेंगे बोल के. All of a sudden, how did you say? No, I don't know if you were interested or not, but I thought, huh? So it says, you abstain dil se, sense objects will leave you. Until there, it's good. But the relish, he says, but the relish. Relish meaning the taste. The taste doesn't go still. Though you're sincere, the taste doesn't go. When does the taste go? When you see the Supreme is God. When you see God, the taste of the world goes. Because why? Tell me why. Why does the taste go?
How
Taste,
do you see Supreme? How do you see God?
let's say he sees God. Let's say he sees darshan. You must understand, why would a taste go? Forget, okay, let's remove God. Why would a taste go in something? Don't say you got tired of it.
Because you know the value or the importance of Supreme. Isn't it?
Right. That means, tell me in terms of relatively how in practical way. Let's not get God into this. Let's explain this practically. Same thing. How do we explain?
Like whatever he gives, if he's given, it's fine. If it is not there, also it is fine.
Why would that happen? How did that happen? How did the relish go? Huh?
Because of a higher goal.
Huh. Because he sees something higher. He sees God, he says. Because you see something better.
Better.
The mind only cares about what promises it more happiness. What will probabilistically give it more happiness?
He's lost, I think. He's cut. Okay.
And not you.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
skip for a minute.
the mind will go for anything it believes will give it more happiness. So if you are at the level of toys, something that gives you qualitatively and quantitatively more happiness is a tricycle. Instead of sitting in one place and playing with toys, you can move around in the house. You can explore. That gives you more happiness. The moment you understand that this is more fulfilling to me, the toys lose their relish. This is a psychology of mind. It's not something which is better or this is worse. Those kind of adjectives, right? Adjectives should not be used. It's not, see, the thought has to be different. The thought is, exercise is better, not exercising is bad. If that is the thought, then there's a problem. Because you cannot put positive and negative in your head. When there are positives and negatives in your head, the mind rebels. The mind will be attracted to something which gives it more pleasure. That's it. It doesn't care of what is good, what is bad. It really doesn't care. Your intellect must understand this is the mind. All the spiritual masters, every religion, they say this is good, this is evil. The concept of good and evil is a problem to the mind. You put a force in the mind. Pursue good, do not pursue evil. See, you must understand what is good, what is evil. But that's not the driving force for you to go ahead and evolve. I heard the other day, in Zen Buddhism, one initiate comes to an old master and asks, "Sir, I've been trying to get out of this addiction for so many years now, and I'm not able to do it. What should I do? I'm tired now. What should I do?" And then the Zen, I want to control this, right? I want to control this addiction, and I tried to do n number of things to control it, to get above it, but I wasn't able to. What should I do? The old Zen master says, your whole approach is wrong. The way we look at it is, we do not fight it. See, for Arjuna and us, the psychology is different. For Arjuna, Bhagwan Krishna says, fight. He is a Kshatriya. The language he understands is fight. For you and I, we are not Kshatriyas. But if you're a Kshatriya, fight understands. Fight makes sense to you. But the way I see it, I'm not a Kshatriya. For me, fight doesn't make sense. For me, understanding makes sense. So you have to pick the path. There is no one path. So here you must understand what the Buddhist monk is saying. Any addiction, he says, is the flow of thoughts, flow of energy. I do not give it a name, negative or positive. It's a flow of river. Now, through sheer force, you want to control the river. You are laying a brick by brick and trying to build a dam. You cannot do that. Have you ever seen how they divert a river? How they make a dam? Has anybody seen? So how they do it is, first they create a tributary. Then what happens? Let's say there is 100x. The tributary makes it 25x. One tributary, a couple of them. When the flow is 25x, then it's possible to do something. But he's saying, the monk is saying, with 100x, you're trying to build a dam. It's not possible. You can never win. He's saying, we don't see it as a negative or positive. It's a flow of energy, a flow of thoughts. The flow of thoughts has this direction because you have not given it any other direction. So what he says is, we only try to make different direction. When I make a tributary, the flow goes there. The control happens automatically. I do not fight that mind. I direct the mind to something better. When the mind sees that there is something better which gives me more satisfaction and happiness in life, why would it settle for anything less? It will not. So, the relish goes when it turns away on seeing the Supreme. You cannot stop the relish without seeing the Supreme. Our entire approach is non-technical.
Vivek, I want to ask a little bit more here. So I'm in that journey with respect to non-veg food. Okay, the frequency and regularity of the craving has gone down a lot. I don't feel like having it every week or every 2 weeks. But if I'm with family and there is non-veg there, I will still relish and feel like having a little bit. It's not gone to zero as I would like it to. So here, how would I see the Supreme? Because there are associated memories and behaviors for 40 years, right? You have in family, and when you celebrate or whatever, people get together, there is that food. And otherwise, I'm happier without it. I have eaten it all my life. If I have left it or if I have stopped it 90% or 80%, how do I make the rest 10, 20% also go away?
This is the issue, right? Why? Why do you want to get rid of the 10%, 20%? The clarity is not there. Okay, what's the big deal? See, I will not suggest eating, but if you're eating, what's the big deal? I have counters to that, but I'm talking about the thought process behind that. You must think why I want to stop. For what? Why is it bad to have?
The multiple
I don't,
reasons.
huh?
There are multiple reasons. It's better for the planet, it's better for your body, it's more
You
ethical.
really care what's better for the planet? Do you really care what's better for your body? Think about it.
You have to at some point, right?
You have to do, you do it now, is the question. My dear, do you really care about the planet? Do you really care about the body? No. Hence you eat. If you really cared about the planet, instantly it'll stop. It's an idea. Good idea.
You're saying intellectually the idea is there in my mind.
Intellectually, WhatsApp ideas are so many. 100 WhatsApp messages you get. These are all ideas. No, it's good, it's bad for the body. Says who? One doctor says yes, one doctor
But
says
then
no.
I used to eat it every week. How come that craving has gone down?
You must
If I
think, why did it go? You
I
must
don't know.
analyze
I don't have a clear answer.
and analyze. You will have an answer. See, mind, how does it function? Something better it sees, it'll stop. This, you cannot beat this. This is how God has created this mind. Give it something higher, give it something better, which gives it more sustained happiness, it will leave the lower. So there is a shift of conviction that has happened, but it has not happened fully. Big deal. Don't worry about the 10%. Understand why that shift happened. And don't think that I need to work on that shift so that I can control the 10. No, no, no. Just be curious why that shift happened. You have to analyze your background. If I knew your background, I could have analyzed, but I don't. So you know your background. Understand what is that change that mind. It's a very on a happy note, you understand that. Wow, how did it change? What has happened? What ideas that I have entertained which have made it more enticing for me to leave this? You see? That
Sir,
should be understood. Yes.
please start talking about non-veg, no? So even years back, many years back, children were small. That time, even I used to eat. Then after marriage, like after a few years, even I wanted to stop. So then I used to tell, no, I'm not going to eat. Every day, every person, whoever I would meet, why you're not eating? Why you're not eating? I had no answer. Then once I just told them, yeah, I read a book, Art of Living. So in that it was written you should not eat. So I mean, I don't feel like eating, bus. just because that one thought came in, or I read about it, or somebody told me. But every single day, why you're not eating? Why? I had no answer.
See,
Then finally they realized I'm not eating.
So actually, the reverse happened to me. My husband started reading on Buddhism, and he left non-veg. Okay, when he left non-veg, एक तो company चली गई. No, that is one. And दूसरा, I felt better without it. It's hard to explain. I don't know if it is body or what. I felt better without it. So that's why it has gone 80-90%. And on a day-to-day basis, I do not crave it. But I'm not able to, or whenever the brain is programmed in a social setting, it I don't have as strong a desire as I did before. That also I'll say, even in a social setting. Like I had one piece yesterday, that is unnatural, right? For me to eat one piece. I had that piece and then I stopped. I didn't want to have any more, right? But it's not that I can see that and say that I don't feel like having it. So because my cousins and everybody was there and so on. So was the reverse thing happened to me, Vatsaji, which is the company went and then I felt like less like having it. I felt better without it. And the intensity of that desire has also gone down, even in a social setting. It has gone down. I wish it happens with sweets. That has not happened. There is no such. But with non-veg, I have observed it. While this knowledge has been there in my mind for years, Vivek, no, you have always put that knowledge has been there. But वो naturally कभी हुआ नहीं.
True.
But first time I'm feeling that my body feels better if I don't have it. So if I have it,
Then you work on that.
I don't feel as good if I have it.
So then you work on that. See, for example, I told you, right? I'm a South Indian. I cannot stay without curd. Cannot. 40 years I've lived with curd. Now, I didn't want to stop. Um, uh, I didn't want to become a vegan, but I had an idea that this is one lifestyle. So for at least 2 to 3 months, I just objectively heard discussions, podcasts about vegan versus non-vegans. I just tried to understand, not in an intention to leave it. So as your understanding grows, your actions will phase out. Now, I cannot say I'm 100% vegan, but 99%, yes. The relish is there. So I don't worry about that relish anymore. That means relish is there means, okay, let me just think about it and hear some more perspectives. That's about it. Not for veganism. I also listen to against veganism. So I have two perspectives. Now I'll decide what makes sense to me more. So the now it is the vega is also not there. The relish is also not there. It's there once in a while. It comes, as you said, once a month. Maybe I want to eat curd. That's about it. But it's not there. Then once a month I ate. I will not punish myself for eating that once. I will appreciate myself for not eating 99 times. At least conviction is holding for 1 year now. Great. Work on that. Work on the conviction. Not in, again, see, I'm telling you, not in the thought of controlling. Just work on the conviction. These are the subtleties of the mind. You must understand these subtleties and work in conjunction with those subtleties. You got to work with that. So here he says, relish will go once you see the Supreme, because when you see a better way of life, I won't even use the word better. When you see a when you see a different way of life, which is more fulfilling, you will leave the previous one. Even the relish will go. The sense objects turn away from an abstinent man, but not the relish. Even his relish turns away on seeing the Supreme. Incredible verse is this. Verse 60.
यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः.
So again, so interesting. You get a positive vibe ki, acha, these sense objects turn away when I'm abstinent. Aha. And the relish also goes when I see the Supreme. Immediately he gets you to normalcy. Bhai, O Kaunteya, the turbulent senses of even a wise man, while striving, he says, while striving, while in the path, indeed forcibly carry his mind away. So they will be failures. A wise man is not a normal man. A wise man means you have understood the better way of life, you are pursuing that better way, and the previous way is slowly subduing or going off, right? But you will slip. It's a caution. You will, if you don't understand this, you will say, "Arey yaar, kya ho gaya? Kya Vedanta hai?" No. Even a wise man, while striving, not when he has risen there, while striving, in the path you will fall. Why? The senses are strong. That relish is strong, Baba. Forcefully carry you away. You don't want to, but you will do it. So it's okay. Understand that. You need to intelligently keep the senses in check. So go out, come back. You cannot stop it just like that. It is against the mind. That's not how the mind functions at all. You cannot stop it. Cannot. Sir, I have heard so many people, I have come to people who stopped smoking the moment they had a baby. A person one day decided to stop drinking and he stopped drinking forever. It's possible. It has happened because there are so many changes that has happened. You don't understand what is gone in his head for a couple of years. Or it may not have been so strong, or it may have been strong, but there was a stronger thought that my child is more important to me than anybody else. My child cannot suffer like me. I will not allow that. I will die than my child have suffer. I'll stop. Something better has got a hold of him. So he will stop. It's possible that also. But it's not normal that happens to everybody. Usually ours is a path. It's a conscious path.
No, I would like to add, why I stopped my non-veg. One day I just went to the market and I saw with my own eyes the slaughter of the chicken. And that is the thing which made me think, no, this is something wrong. So I stopped there. There must be something unusual which happens which makes you give up. So,
Exact same thing happened to me.
so
My dad sent me to get some rare meat of the goat from the butchery. Thank God he sent me there. So yeah. O Kaunteya, the turbulent senses of even a wise man, while striving, he need forcefully carry away. So Viveka Chudamani gives this example of a moth which is attracted to sight, fire, and then it burns, or a deer which is confused by this sound and then they get trapped, or an elephant in a mating season, it goes helter skelter, and then the people who want to capture it dig a hole and it falls in the hole, or a fish which has wanting to gobble gobble gobble, gets into an angler, and then that happens. And a bee has that affinity for smell and goes into that flower, that trap flower, and then goes inside and dies. So human beings have these strong weaknesses in these five senses. Usually it will be one or two senses. If you see the average of human beings, nobody is fully addicted to all five senses. It's not possible. Either one or two, it will be there usually. You'll have a definite control on other ones. So yeah, these things will take you down. It's a constant practice. You must understand that this is also a part of it. In the pursuit, you will go down. In the pursuit, it will forcibly take you away. Like you must have heard about Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra is one of the 7 sages. So it has happened to him that Menaka comes and takes him, and then he has a family and all that. See, that example may not be right because of this one word, which is important, while striving. Right? I'll tell you why. My guru says this, and which makes so much sense here. Because while striving, indeed forcibly carries you away, right? Not when you have reached. When you have reached, you are not attracted to toys anymore. A new Barbie or a new Transformer, you are not attracted. It doesn't, you don't lose your self-control over that because you have reached somewhere. So Vishwamitra is one of the greatest sages. He has reached. So then how did Menaka? So this is a story that they had to tell you that even a great sage like that may fall. Indeed, if you actually understand the status of Vishwamitra, he cannot fall. So seems like he has sacrificed his name to convey this message that even a great person will fall. See, because fact of the matter is, he was a rishi who was self-realized, right? How can a self-realized person fall for these things? But the story says that means you have to understand. When you're established, you don't fall. But while establishing, you may fall. So this is important because people will tell you, "Arey, tumhara Vishwamitra also fell." There's nothing like that. These are the things. Krishna married 16,000. Hi, what kind of kam vasana he has got, you'll say. So you understand Krishna, a man of that stature, it is not possible. So, or sage Durvasa, you was a glutton, eating everything. You must understand, Ganesha was eating everything. You must understand the context in that. It's not as what you see. You have to get into a little bit details to understand the essence of it. That is the problem with philosophy. You cannot take it literally. Like, for example, kafir. Kafir doesn't mean non-believer of that religion. If you see, Swami Ramadita explains kafir very well. Kafir is a person who doesn't believe in the pursuit of the self. Meaning, a person who is indulgent in life is a kafir. Not a person who doesn't believe in that particular religion. No. So this is the misunderstanding. Now, how do you explain this to anybody? You have to be a philosopher to understand the nuances of this. That's how you have to understand Vishwamitra and all of them. O Kaunteya. While striving is very important word here. Okay. Any questions?
When you, in the story of Vishwamitra, when you say that Menka ensnared Vishwamitra, are we not having a misogynist view,
What? What
treating women in a derogatory manner? That they are the one who spoil the belief and piousness of people. Just a thought.
How is that coming up?
No, in a way, we are blaming women that they are the one who are the cause of trouble to, especially let's say men who lose their consciousness or who lose their desire to achieve self-attainment. So, are we not categorizing women in a category which is totally inexplainable in this story?
I don't know how we are blaming women there. How? A man is attracted to woman. Woman is not attracted to man. Are you
Of course
saying
she
no
is.
woman is attracted to man? So the
Of
man
course
is to
she is.
blame now if the woman is attracted.
I'm not saying that. I am saying in this story it is depicted like that. It's just a thought.
No, it is not. No, sir. If a man is attracted to woman there, let's say you change the story. A woman is a sage, and the man, handsome, young, Adonis, beautiful, handsome man with six pack comes, and she goes with him. Are you saying the man is the cause? Are you saying man? We are showing the man demeaning way. Will you say that? Let's change it. There are self-realized ladies also, right? Women also. And there are handsome, handsome men. You're seeing one of them.
So, what it means is that we should understand the context of the story and not take it literally, right?
I know, sir. I know, sir. See, the moment you change the gender, right, then you will never say the man. So it's obviously context, no, sir.
So, Vivek, I think some of these ancient things, mm, the stories are one-sided, right? They kind of portray women as the object of desire. It's not, it's one-sided. Whereas normally it is like you said, it'll be both. But I think probably the times they are set in, that's why they are, or they were speaking to an audience of men, so that's why they were.
Yeah,
Uh,
written by men, na. It's written by men. So what is a
Yeah,
man's weakness? Women.
perspective is from men for that.
So because who has written that, sir? Vyasa is a man.
Sir, but there are
Vishwamitra.
so many varieties of stories. It's not only this one.
No, because it's not famous.
Yeah.
Ahilya had a problem, right? I think Ahilya had a problem with infidelity. She felt something to do with Indra or something. So, sir, this is very we have to understand this.
Even Shurupnakha.
Ha, to Shurpanakha is a very good example, sir. Are you saying Ram is Ram is to blame? How can Lakshmana is to blame? No, you can't say that. Can't say. We are not blaming Ram and Lakshman for Shurpanakha's attraction to Ram and Lakshman. Are we? Then you will say sexist, sexist, sexist.
But the poor lady suffered by getting her nose clipped.
That's not true because if you read the proper version of Valmiki Ramayana, it's not true. We'll have to brush up on that again. Right? So you have to understand The story is very important. What she was doing is important. Why, what led to what is important. We just pick up one example and another example and we want to justify. For example, Rama killed Vali while behind. How can Rama kill Vali? So you know one, two instances and you're trying to connect. There are series of things in between that. Before that, after that, you know what Vali did? Do you know that? You know what kind of atrocities he did to his own brother? See, you have to see those things. You have to understand holistically. You can't say one and then how can he cut the nose? ऐसे नहीं होता है. To get the whole
So,
information.
yeah. So what it implies is that all these stories we should not take at their face value, but look at the context and draw the moral, like in Punch Tantra trails for that matter. If you start analyzing, we will say animals how they can speak, etc. So the moral is that we should understand the moral and the meaning behind it, and then forget about the example which they're given in literally. Is that
No,
right?
no. What I'm saying is the example you must understand in its entirety. The example is not two statements, two events. The example you must understand there are 100 events in that. We are trying to take one event here, one event there, and we are trying to reconcile. It will not reconcile. You have to take 100 events there. Then you will able to reconcile immediately. Nobody has to tell you how to do it. Right? It's like Rama killed Ravana. Went to his, so two instances, Rama from Ayodhya went to Sri Lanka and killed that fellow who was just sitting in his Lanka. Why go disturb somebody else's country and kill? Justify this. How can I justify this? Two events are not separate. He abducted his wife. That's the main thing. If you don't say that, it looks like one jingoistic Rama went to Ravana, who was somewhere sitting in his own island, and captured him for what? And killed him. What did Ravana do? No. So Lakshmana cut the Surpanaka's nose. What happened in the middle, Baba? This is what I'm saying. So we have to be very careful here. Very, very careful. To know the entire story, first of all. Read the authentic version and then we can discuss, makes sense. One event here, one event there, how can we connect? Okay. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. We'll meet next time.